Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I am duping my polish pickup wish list for March. Now it has been several months since I've done one of these videos, but I had the time to record today and I actually have a few on my wish list this month. So the theme for this month is under the microscope. And this month I have 3 on my wish list. The first one is Pampered Polishes Subatomic Levels. So when I look at this, it's kind of like a soft, almost cerulean blue, or maybe like in between like a robin's egg and a cerulean blue. Then it has black and red metallic flakies. Very simple, but really pretty. I'm really intrigued by the contrast of the blue, the soft blue, and then the black and bold red flakies. I really like that. So their description is Ant-Man Going Microscopic, a turquoise blue jelly base. I don't know that I'd really call that turquoise, but a turquoise blue jelly base with matte black flakes and red metallic flakes. Okay, so right off the bat, I knew what undies I was gonna use. Rocky by Zoya, the perfect turquoise blue jelly. I'm gonna go with robin's egg, kind of like a robin's egg, almost cerulean blue. And then for my topper, I'm using Fancy Gloss F*CK Love. And this is matte black flakies and red metallic flakies. Absolutely perfect. I think this is the perfect dupe. If you want to recreate this manicure and you don't have Fancy Gloss, if you have Rogue Lacquer's Batsy and Bed of Roses, it would give you the same look. To be real honest, I didn't need to buy this, but I just really love the combination of the red and black. I don't have a ton of red, like anything with red in it as far as my toppers go. And you know, sometimes you don't want to have to use multiple toppers, creating multiple layers just to create a look. So I really like this, and I really like this. So obviously I won't be buying this. I will say though, if I didn't have, you know, every color cream in the rainbow and I didn't have so many toppers, I would be really interested in this and I would probably buy it because like I said, I really like the contrast of the pretty blue and then the pop with the flakies. Okay, then my second one, as soon as I saw this, I was instantly intrigued by it. I'm sure you guys can guess that this is gonna be on my wish list. This is Owl Lacquer Necessary Weevil. Necessary Weevil? I don't know what that is. I know what a weevil is, but I don't know what Necessary Evil is a play on that, I guess. Anyways, when I look at this, I see kind of like a swampy, dingy, like a beigey, swampy, tanny green. I don't know. Really interesting base. And then it's got these beautiful glowing green and yellow shifting flakes. Okay, so their description, this is a gray, crowley filled with iridescent flakes that shift green, aqua violet, and orange yellow green, inspired by a picture of dried thorax scales of the weevil Euphilis under a microscope. Interesting. Okay, so when I first looked at this, instantly a polish came to mind that I was thinking of, and actually I had a hard time finding it. I found it in my, obviously I found it in my swatch pictures. That's why I went first, was looking through my swatch pictures. I was looking for this specific Emily DeMolly, and I found it in my swatch pictures, but for some reason my swatch pictures I stored in the browns, like my brown section, because like I just said, this polish to me looks more like a beigey-ish base, not a gray. And I couldn't find it anywhere in my browns. And then I was thinking, okay, maybe I stored it in my silver and golds, thinking it's, you know, kind of like a goldy base. I couldn't find it in my golds. And then I didn't end up finding it in my Prugly greens. So my base is Emily DeMolly Limited Edition 221. Look at that. It has the, and if you can't guess, I'm wearing my dupe today. It has that perfect base color. That base is spot on. And then it has kind of like gold flakies, and they have a little bit, or like they're greenish gold, and it has a little bit of a pinky shift. The flakies are subtle. They don't stand out quite as much as I wanted. I wanted more oomph with the flakies. So I pulled Fair Maiden's Force of Nature. You guys, this together is so perfect. Like, look at this. Tell me this is not spot on for this Night Owl lacquer. I'm so impressed with this. And obviously I do not feel the need to buy the Night Owl. I didn't even show you my nail wheel. I don't think I even showed you for the, I forgot. It's been so long since I've recorded these videos, I forgot what I'm doing. This was for the first one, the Pampered Polish, and then this is for this one. Look at that. Now I will say on the nail wheel, I thought it was very good, but I was thinking that it was gonna be a little too sheer and I was gonna be disappointed, but then on the nails, it's a lot more opaque. And I'm really, really happy with this. Okay, and then the last one, as soon as I saw it, it's so beautiful, it's so rich, and I really, really like it. Cupcake Polish Sugar Sugar. Now when I look at it, it's like a blackened magenta base. I feel like it's probably just a blackened base, but to me, the pops of flakes make it look like it's kind of like a blackened magenta base. And then it's chock full of magenta, gold, blue flakies, really, really beautiful, really rich. Their description is a black jelly base, nail polish filled with gold, purple, blue, red shifting multi-chrome flakies, inspired by sugar's molecular form under a microscope, which only seems fitting for cupcake polish. All right, so I did 3 different attempts. The first one, I just went with a black base, and then my topper. So for my base, I just used 1 coat of Midnight by Never Naked by Jackie. And then for my topper, I instantly thought of this polish that they had by Cuticula, Flames of a Phoenix, which I have not worn yet. You guys, look how gorgeous this is. So beautiful. So this is my first attempt over just black. Now I feel like it's a little too black. The flakies don't quite cover the black enough, and it just feels a little too black. I wanted more of like a magenta, but a dark magenta. I will say though, when I was swatching this, 1 coat of this over the black is absolutely stunning. When this was wet and it was shiny, it was so gorgeous. So I do intend to actually wear sometime in the future 1 coat of this over black because it's absolutely amazing. But for the purpose of this polish, this is not exactly what I was going for. So I wanted something that pulled more magenta. So I pulled Zoya's Veronica as my undies. And then I use the same topper, Flames of a Phoenix. And that is this attempt. So you can see this is more black. This is definitely more magenta. However, the picture is more of like a blackened magenta. So honestly, in between these two would be perfect. Neither one is perfect. I do feel that this is perfect. However, the undies are not perfect. So it would be somewhere in between these. Okay, so at this point, I was really determined to get this right. So I was going through my magenta drawer again, my magenta orchid berry drawer, and I was like, I gotta have a blackened magenta, but I don't. I did find KO Polish Mindy, which is a bit darker. So it's more on the darker magenta berry side. But I just knew that this wasn't going to be dark enough. It wasn't gonna give me that blackened feel. So then I was determined to figure this out. So I decided to think out of the box, and I decided to try something. I wasn't sure if it was gonna work. I decided to do 2 coats of Mindy, and then I pulled a polish that I made years ago, but I just haven't released it because the formula is not quite perfect. Black jelly bean. This is a black jelly that I made a while ago. And I decided to do 2 coats of this, 1 coat of this on top, and then 2 coats of this on top. So I was optimistic that a jelly over the dark magenta would kind of give it that blackened magenta look. this is what it looks like, you guys. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if the lighting is quite coming across. It looks very similar to just the black, but in person, it has more of a blackened magenta. Like the magenta definitely pulls through. You'll see it more in my swatch pictures. And you guys, I think this is a really good compromise. It's a really good in-between. It's not quite blackened. It's not just magenta. And I feel like it's a really good dupe. So I don't know. I'm still really intrigued by this polish because it's really beautiful. And to do this, I'd have to do a base coat. Then I had to do 2 coats of this, 1 coat of this, 2 coats of this, and then a topper. You're looking at like 7 coats, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you're looking at like 7 coats and then the topper. So yeah, like 7 or 8 coats. So I don't know, I'm still really intrigued by this one. However, I'm trying to think realistically. The amount of untried polishes that I have, am I ever gonna get to this? I don't know, but it's still really, really beautiful. The cost, however, is $13.50. And I've had, since I started doing this series, and since I started doing my low buy, I have a strict $13 cap. I'm not gonna go past $13. So there you go, that 50 cents cements it for me. I'm not gonna buy this polish. I feel like my dupe is pretty good. Like I said, will I ever really get to it? I don't know, but if I ever decide that I do really wanna wear this, I at least have my dupe version. So I don't know. I'm not gonna get it because like I said, it's $13.50. All right, you guys, that was my dupe for polish pickup for Wednesday, for March. I feel pretty good about these. I'm not gonna buy anything. I think most of my dupes, I mean, this was spot on. This was spot on. Like, I'm super impressed with this. And this one, although it wasn't exact, it's close enough, and I'm pretty happy with that. So if you guys have any comments, leave them down below. Let me know what was on your wish list this month. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.